IPO limit order tips, how to set your price. The rule I follow is when I'm setting my price, I always do it 3 times the IPO price. I usually do it 3 times the highest IPO price, but you can do on the lower end too of the range. Basically what this is going to do, this is going to allow you to get filled 100% guaranteed at the time because it's high enough, and also you're going to be close enough where you're not setting something drastically high and just wasting a bunch of buying power. This has worked for Bullish, for Figma, for CRSL for me, and it's always been close, but it's never been close enough where I'm like, phew, I should have set it higher. 3 times the IPO price. Next, when you set up your limit orders, you don't want to do one big limit order. If you're going to request like $50,000, you want to spread it out. If you have a ton of money, it's good to spread them out in like shares of 10. So 10 shares, 10 shares, 10 shares, 10 shares to get 50,000. But if you have less, you have like $1,000, maybe you can split it only 2, maybe only 1 order if you don't have a lot of money. But usually you should be barely hitting the 10 mark between each limit order. The limit order is basically going to spread out because this is going to open really hard and fast. If you have too much money in one limit order, it may not be filled. It might be able to get filled because there might not be $50,000 available at one time because of all the buying and selling. So you should spread it out. But this only applies if you have a lot of money. The third tip I'm going to give you is when to sell out of your limit order. I watch Bullish, I watch Circle, I watch Firefly, I watch Figma. The best time to sell it is after a 10 to 15% jump after open. 1 to 10 minutes after, 1 to 15 minutes, even 30 seconds after open, this thing will zoom. And once you hit the 1 to 10 minutes, this thing, if you wait an hour, this thing will not be at the price anymore. It will most likely be down a bunch. If you're still confused on some things or want to know exactly, literally the exact time you want to sell, I'm going to do an IPO live stream for at least the last 2 IPOs that are coming out on the 11th and 12th here. So you can just join that live. I'll be there from market open all the way at 6:30 here or 9 a.m. at New York time. I'll be there on my live stream, just sitting there prepping. I will actually be able to tap into CNBC or maybe the NASDAQ website so I can get in the phantom black price. Since you can't see the price till open, I'll be able to get tips basically what the price might be at. So if we say, hey, this price is above our limit order, I can say, hey, we need to move our limit orders up because somehow this thing shot up more than 3x, which it basically doesn't. But if it does, well, then we'll know we have to move our limit order so we can get filled. Also, I'll be able to let you know based on the demand of the pre-IPO how much of my free cash I'm actually allocating towards the limit order. That's my next tip. My final tip for this: if you get like 1 share out of your 100 shares allocated towards you, you could do a limit order scot-free. It's probably gonna jump the 10 to 15% almost guaranteed at that point. That's because there's a lot of hype and a lot of demand in this. Versus if you get every single share filled, that means there's not a lot of demand and more people are gonna sell it open. My YouTube is Joshua Ingle. Go ahead and sub.